A year of first at this year's Heart Connection Cancer Camp in Boone, Iowa. For several young QCA campers, it was the first camp experience of any kind.
I want to go camp. I want to go camp. I want to go camp.
First time for their parents too, some of whom have not been away from their child at all since the cancer diagnosis.
I'm afraid I'm going to cry. It's taken me a year to get up the nerve to let her go. And it's been a year, and she's 6. And she's gonna do it. She's gonna be here all by herself.
Knowing they have to let go doesn't make saying goodbye any easier.
See you later. Okay, girl.
The counselors take over from here and deal with everything from keeping track of the mountains of meds to the challenges of getting to know a cabin full of 6-year-old characters.
Christopher! Chris, I got a puddle over here for you.
This is my 7th year here, and I live in Muscatine.
Not far from anyone's mind here is the reality that illness is a big part of their lives.
Well, the one girl that had to go home because she had a fever of 101, it's automatically you have to go into the hospital for 3 days, and I just know how that feels because having cancer myself, I've had fevers a couple times, and when it's that temperature you have to go in, and I've had to miss out on things and trips, and so I know how it feels, especially she only got to stay here for 2 days. She had to go home on Tuesday, so she didn't get to experience much of it. So I really felt for her and know how it feels to just have to leave, and even though you want to stay here so bad.
Staff and counselors know how important this camp experience is to these boys and girls. And with another first, record flooding, starting to take over parts of the camp director has a tough decision to make.
You know, this is the week that these kids look forward to all year, and so waiting another 365 days for that experience wasn't something we would accept, and unfortunately the fact of the matter is some of these kids aren't going to be here for camp next year.
Determined to stay, determined to make new memories, like the counselor who let his hair grow out so he could share it with his little friends who have lost theirs.
He was really inspired by a camper that had actually was here last year for the first time, and she passed away, I believe, a few months ago, and so he wanted to do it for her also. So he actually asked a few campers to cut his hair off.
Moments to treasure for the first-timers.
Jack was a barrel of fun. He's really a great camper. Likes to make sure he gets to do everything right, like climb the rock wall all by yourself, all the way to the top.
And for those who have been here before.
You come here and there's something special here that you can't share with those people at home. And so this whole camp just really means a lot to me because I can't talk about my experience with anybody else except for these girls here. They're like my sisters. They're more than sisters. They're my family. So.
No one leaves here the same, and no one here would want to.
Cameron, it up. Put the kick in the yogurt. You want a pigback ride real quick?
But 30 is close.
But this first is now over as the week comes to an end.
It's been long, a very long week.
It is time to go home.
I hope she talks the whole way home and tells us about everything. But yeah, it was hard, but I'm glad she did it, and it's an awesome experience for her.